Hello everyone! For our final output, I, Rachel Vergara and Venus Muyot will further discuss ratio, rate, and proportion. What is ratio? A ratio is a comparison made between two sets of numbers. Examples: there are 8 girls and 7 boys in the class. These are the 3 ways to write ratio. Number 1. Write ratio using words 2 between two numbers being compared. Number 2. Write ratio using a colon between the two numbers being compared. Number 3. Write the ratio using fraction between two numbers being compared. Here are the rules for solving ratio problems. Number 1. When writing ratios, the numbers should be written in order in which problem asks for them. Example: there are 4 girls and 7 boys at the birthday party. What is the ratio of girls to boys?
So we have 4 girls to 7 boys.
Number 2. All ratio must be written in the lowest term. Now that the rules for solving ratio problem is clear, we can now focus on reducing ratios. Ratios can be reduced without changing relationship.
Now, to give you an example, let's express the following ratios in similar unit and in lowest term. So, we have here an example which is 60 minutes to 2 hours. Let us convert hour to minutes. 1 hour consists of 60 minutes, so we have 60 minutes and 120 minutes. And for the lowest term, we will divide 60 and 120 to 10, so it will be 6 minutes to 12 minutes. Or, we can express it in other ways. 6 minutes colon 12 minutes or 6 over 12.
Now that the ratio is clear, let us proceed to our next topic. What is a rate? A special type of ratio used to compare quantities being compared that cannot be expressed in the same unit. Example: a banana cupcake recipe calls for 2 eggs for every 1.5 cups of flour. Now, let's proceed to proportion. What is proportion? A proportion is a statement that 2 ratios or rate are equivalent. Example: 2/3 is equals to 4/6.
The proportion can be written as AB is equal to CD, or A over B is equal to C over D, where B is not equal to 0, D is not equal to 0. To determine the means and extremes, we have 2 to 3 is equal to 4 to 6. 3 and 4 are means and 2 and 6 are extremes. We can only say that it is proportion if the extremes and means are equal. Again, to give you an example, let's identify means and extremes and tell whether it is proportion or not. Given number 1, 5 and 6, 20 and 24. The means are 6 and 20 while the extremes are 5 and 24. 5 multiplied by 24 is 120 and 6 multiplied by 20 is 120 also. So, it is proportion. Given number 2, 2 and 7, 20 and 56. The means are 7 and 20, while the extremes are 2 and 56. 7 multiplied by 20 is 140, and 2 multiplied by 56 is 112. So, it is not proportion. For our last given, we have 4 and 10, 28 and 70. The means are 10 and 28, while the extremes are 4 and 70. 10 multiplied by 28 is 280, while 4 times 70 is 280, so it is proportion.
Now, for solving proportion. We can solve the missing value in a proportion using the cross multiplication.
This time, let's try solving cross multiplication. For number 1, we have 2 over 5 multiplied by x over 15. For the solution, we will multiply the extremes, which are 2 and 15, equals to 5x. 2 multiplied by 15, the answer is 30, and now we will divide it to 5. 30 divided by 5x is equal to 6. So, the answer is 2 over 5 is equal to 6 over 15. For our last example, we have 5 to 25 is equal to b over 40. For the solution, we have the means, which is 25b is equal to 5 multiplied by 40. 5 times 40, the answer is 200, so we have 25b is equal to 200. So now we are going to divide 200 to 25, and the answer is 8. For our final answer, we have 5 to 25 is equal to 8 to 40. And now, let us proceed to types of proportion.
What is direct proportion? A number is directly proportionate to another when as one value increases, so does the other one. Now, for inverse proportion. A number is indirectly proportionate to another when as one value increases, so does the other one. Partitive proportion. It involves identifying parts of a whole based on a given ratio of the parts.
That is all for today, and thank you for listening.